So once again, good morning, Ariana. Nice to see you again. How are you doing today?
Hi, good morning. I'm very good.
Okay, that's great. So as always, today is Thursday. As every Thursday, we have homework, right? So please, the deadline is Sunday. So please do the homework. Anyway, you're so responsible. So Ariana, today we're going to work on two things. Let me share my screen. We're going to talk about vocabulary related to travel and suffixes. So we're going to start with the vocabulary, okay? So before I start working on the book, I would like to show you these words, travel, journey, trips, and way, with their meaning and some differences, right? So we say travel could be a verb or a noun, right? Both uncountable. Meaning the act of going from one place to another place, usually long distance or for general movement. I love traveling around the world. Air travel is expensive. Let me see something. Okay, we are showing. Then we have use for general ideas of moving from place to place, not usually countable. A travel. So we can say a travel is uncountable. Journey is similar, is a synonym, right? But journey is just a noun and is countable. One journey, two journeys, etc. The process of traveling from one place to another place. Focus on the experience or distance. So this is the process. It's a travel, but it's focused on the process, the experience of the or distance. Good morning, Mr. Javier.
Good morning, teacher. Good morning, Ariana.
Nice to see you again. So I was telling to Ariana that we're going to start today with some vocabulary, with a review of some vocabulary, travel, journey, trip, and way. So we mentioned that travel could be a verb or an uncountable noun, right? And it's the act of going from one place to another place, usually long distance or for general movement. And then we say journey is just a noun and it is countable. The process of traveling from one place to another place, but in this case, focus on the experience or the distance. So for example, the journey from Bogota to Medellin took 8 hours. So that is here the time or the distance. Take, sorry, I'm trying to do some. Oh gosh. Okay, take 8 hours, right? Here we focus on the experience or distance. Focuses on the trip itself, especially its length or experience. The difference between travel and journey. And remember, travel is a verb. If you refer to the movement, you need to use travel. But if you're working as a noun, you need to be careful, right? Then we have trip, as well a countable noun, a visit or short travel to a place. Trip. Usually return to where you started. This is a trip. I went on a trip to the beach last weekend. So a short travel to a place. Short travel. Trip. Focuses on the purpose, holidays, business, and it is shorter than journey. So important purpose and shorter, right? With three, we need to be careful with this. Finally, we have way, countable noun, the route, direction, or method of getting somewhere or doing something. Do you know the way to the station? Where is camino? I think this is a clear word. There's no way to solve this problem. And can mean route or method, not about the trip itself. Okay, now we're going to work on some activities in the book. So it says vocabulary, travel, journey, trip, and way. Candidates often confuse the following nouns: travel, journey, trip, and way. Look at these sentences from recording a script and listening part 3 and complete the strat below by written travel, journey, trip, or way in the gaps. So let's read first of all. It says, I went on one of these journeys overland to Kenya. Here is missing something. We made a trip to the beach, which was only about 20 minutes away from by bus. So notice this is to the beach and it is short, right? A short movement. It takes just 20 minutes. We were on our way back down the mountains when we got caught in the really big storm. Way back. What does it mean of way back? Ariana.
Regresar.
Regresar, right? Okay, you're right. I really like that sort of mixing of cultures. It's one of the best things about foreign traveling. Foreign travel. This is the experience, right? Okay, so based on these examples, taken from the audio we have listened last class, we're going to complete this. It says travel, journey, trip, or away. So, a travel, journey, trip, or away is a journey in which you visit a place for a short time and come back again. So, Mr. Javier, which one?
The trip, because it's a
Trip.
short time.
Okay, well done. Trip. Number 2. Ariana, could you read it and complete it, please?
Yes. Refers only to the route that you take to get from one place to another. Mm, eh, what is the meaning of road?
Ruta.
Oh, okay. Refers only to-
And that's the clue.
It's a way.
Way, you're right.
Yes.
So first of all, you're extremely smart, you too. Okay, Mr. Javier, could you read it and complete number 3, please?
It's very tricky because the activity of traveling, in
Okay,
my opinion, is journey.
we have 2 possibilities here, travel or journey. This says the noun is a general word which means the activity of traveling. And the last one says used to talk about when you travel from one place to another place. So here is your right journey. So, and he used, so the last one, the Mrs. one, right, travel, to talk about when you travel. Okay, no. Sorry. Notice here we have travel. So this is travel, is the noun. Travel is a general word which means the activity. Why? Okay, so the clue here is activity. Remember, activity is an action, it's a verb. And the only one of these words that is a verb is travel. Remember that travel could be a verb or a noun. Let me show you. Travel. Here, travel. Verb or noun, right? It's the only one. The other words are noun, just nouns. So here is travel and here is journey. Journey. To talk about when you travel from one place to another place. Okay, good job. I know sometimes it's kind of tricky. That's why it's important to try to identify the differences between these words, right? Now it says, circle the correct word in italics in each of these sentences. So, Mr. Javier, the first one, please. I'm going to zoom this.
Okay. She met plenty of interesting people during her weekend. During her weekend uh, trip to Montreal.
Okay, yes, you're right, because it's her weekend trip. Weekend trip. You're right, Mr. Javier. Thank you. Number 2, Ariana, please.
Yes. We stopped at the supermarket on the way to the beach to pick up some cool drinks.
You're right. You're on fire, guys. Number 3, Mr. Javier, please.
My mom and dad have booked uh,
Bucket es, in this context es como reservar.
sí, okay, Greece for our holidays, August, holiday is a trip.
Trip, you're right. That's the clue. Holidays, trip. Thank you. Miss Ariana, number 4.
My mom is happy on a business
I'm going to show you here again. Okay, what do you think? Here you have the explanation. Which one?
a trip
Trip. You're
Mhm.
right. So
trip, so they
business
have
trip.
really quiet at the moment.
Oh, okay, great. Mr. Javier, number 5, please.
The people spend far more uh, foreign travel than they did 50 years old.
For in trouble than they did 15 years old. Okay, number 6. Ariana.
Mm. So new village will take about 3 hours.
The clue here is about 3 hours.
The journey to my village will take about 3 hours.
Okay, thank you. Next one. Mr. Javier, please.
Have a good, have a good to Budapest. Then see you next week when I get back. Have a good trip to Budapest because the next week to get back.
Trip because when I get back. Okay, you're right. Number 8, Ariana, please.
You can get to school by bicycle if the way is too long.
I think the easiest one is the way, is the clearest word. Okay, and finally, number 9. Mr. Javier, please.
Number 9, excuse me, I am lost. Can you tell me the best way to the bus station?
Okay, cool job. So now I would like you to write one sentence per each of one of these words. I mean, one sentence is in travel, one sentence is in journey, one sentence is in trip, and one sentence using way. Okay? One sentence per each word. In the chat, please type it. Here you have the example, the explanation, right? Remember, you can find this presentation in the platform. I forgot to highlight this. By the way, Mr. Javier, remember today is Thursday. As every Thursday, we have homework. So please, the deadline is Sunday. When you finish, let me know. Just 4 sentences, okay? I'm going to take the tenses before I forget. Mhm. What happened with Angeli? I sent a chart we are going to use later on, okay? So,
Teacher, I sent my
Is
uh,
Okay, thank you. So could you read it aloud, Ariana, please?
uh, travel helps helps you open your mind and learn about new cultures.
Okay.
Our journey through the m- mountains was long, but the amazing views made it worth it. We took a weekend trip to the beach and spent the days swimming and watching the sunset. On our way home, we got lost for a while, but it turned into a fun little adventure.
Awesome, Ariana, you're right. Thank you so much. Mr. Javier, how are you doing?
Give me 1 second.
Okay, of course. Go ahead. Ariana, so far, do you have any question about these words? Great. Okay, Mr. Javier, let's check it. Could you read it aloud, please?
Okay, first, my wife and I had planned a travel to Dominican Republic to January 2026, but I have to work this month. Journey to Manabi during only 4 hours in drive. My wife has been excited to the trip to Pantanal Sur for the last week. I prefer to get my own way when I need to go to short trip in my city.
Okay, awesome. Good job. So far, so good, right? Okay, so let's continue. Let's check. Then it says, sorry, let me see. We have an image. I hate this PDF. Complete each of the sentences by reading an adjective from the box. In some cases, more than one answer may be possible. So now we're going to take advantage of time and we're going to work on prefixes because this is a kind of difficult topic. So we have the explanation in page 181. Here, 181. So adding prefixes, no, it's supposed to suffixes. Let me see something. Sorry. I'll move to one place to another. So we did this one. Yes, we completed. I hate this PDF for sure. So 33. Suffixes, yes, and it's supposed to be page 181. So adding prefixes, we already checked prefixes. Okay, so adding suffixes, right? So, sorry, here. Ariana, could you help me reading this explanation, please? Adding suffixes.
Yes. You can form verbs, nouns, adjectives, and adverbs from other related or base words by adding a suffix. For example, appear plus ans. It will come appearance. To the end of the word, there are no clear rules. Each word and the words which can be from it must be learned individually.
Okay, thank you, Ariana. So far. Some classes ago, we talked about prefixes. So in prefixes, we add a syllable at the beginning of the word, right? And now with suffixes, we do something similar, but in this case, it's at the end of the word, right? So we're going to check some rules. So it says suffixes. Sorry, I really hate how this PDF work. 81. I need to go out. So here there's some charts different from those one I sent you with a short explanation, okay? So let's check it first of all. Let's check these ones. I'm trying to show you. Okay. I really hate this cheat. Va a ser tan difícil. Sorry, I'm trying. This is okay. Some of the most common suffixes are listed below. So in this case, as always, we need to memorize. So, for example, we have the verb adjust, and we can add at the end meant, and then we get adjustment, a noun. Action, ition, tion, and sion. Combine, combination. Define, definition. Create, creation. Divide, division. EROR. Publish, publisher. Survive, survivor. Ans, ends, guide, guidance, exists, existence, and inhabit, inhabitant. I suggest you to download the ones I sent you to the chat because it's more complete explanation. Here's just some examples. AL, approve, approval. E, employ, employee. So this is verbs to nouns. These are verbs and these are nouns. If we combine this verb with these suffixes, we get nouns. Then adjectives from adjectives to nouns. Ans, ens, relevant, relevance. Patient, patient. Ness, friendly, friendliness. And notice we changed the Y, right? IT, popular, popularity. Available, availability. Now we have nouns to adjectives. Y, buzz, buzzy. Full, nouns to adjectives. Full, meaningful. Ous, fury, furious. Less, hopeless. Al, emotion, emotional. Ig, optimistic. Each, child, childish. And finally, we have ISM, criticism. IST, motor, motorist. This is noun to noun. Cheap, partner, partnership. But anyway, I think it's a better explanation. Sorry, in the images. I don't have these images here in the presentation. So let's check it from the chat. Give me a moment. What is the chat? Okay, so notice here there's an explanation for these uses, right? So I'm going to start presenting this and I'm going to present the images, okay? So give me a moment. It is the first image. So I'm going to zoom this. So, for example, we have suffixes, ir or, a person who does something. So, for example, we have teach, teacher, act, actor, write, writer. So, you notice this change from verbs to nouns. In this case, a person who does something. IST, a person who practice something. Art, artist. Science, scientist. Piano, pianist, right? Okay. Ness, state or quality, is a noun. Happy, happiness. Dark, darkness. Kind, kindness. So state or quality. Meant, action or result. Move, movement. Enjoy, enjoyment. Improve, improvement. Sion with the and sion with S. Act, process or resort. Education, decision, action, action. IT and T, state or quality, activity, reality, act, activity, reality, honesty. Okay, I'm going to share the next one. Give me a moment. So I suggest you to download it because we need to memorize this, okay? There's no rules at all. So I'm going to share the second image. Give me a moment. Here we have able, can be done, que puede ser hecho, right? These are adjectives. The previous one were nouns. These are adjectives. So, watch, watchable, read, readable, possible, full with full of, adjective, careful, helpful, beautiful, less, without, que no tiene, care, careless, hope, hopeless, and endless. Use, use, full of having, dangerous, curious, famous. AIL, relating to, musical, personal, natural. IBE, having a nature of, creative, active, sensitive. IC, relating to, historic, artistic, energetic. LY, in a certain way, quickly, happily, slowly. I mean, you already know this. We use ly to make adverbs, right? We add ly to adjectives to make adverbs. So quick, quickly, happy, happily, slow, slowly. I think this is one of the easiest, right? Okay, now it's missing just one image. The last one I'm going to show you. Let me see. So far, do you have any question? Is this because you need to memorize?
No, mister.
Okay, thank you so much. En, so to make or become. Strengthened, darkened, widen. IZEISE. To make or become. Organize, realize, modernize. And why? Full of having. Rain, rainy. Luck, lucky. Sleep, sleepy. So notice this verb become or adjective become noun. Adjectives, sorry. So rainy, lucky, and sleepy. So now let's try with a game. Let's practice a little bit of it. Anyway, of course, you can use this image to practice, to try it, because it's not easy. I don't suppose you're going to learn this because we read it once, right? It's take time. So let's try it with a game in Booklet, okay? So please join Booklet. I'm going to host a game, and then we can try with other activities, okay? But the idea is to practice as much as possible suffixes. So let me see. Okay, I would like to try with this game that is not just adding suffixes, it's the rules. Okay, so I think it's a good way to try to memorize at least the rules. Okay, so I'm going to host the game. I'm going to give you the code. So let me see. I'm going to give you just like 5 minutes because it's just 12 questions. Let me see, just 5 minutes. Okay. So I'm going to say you the code. Now give me a moment. I should try something different. Okay. So I'm going to host the games once again. Quickly. Just 5 minutes. I think even 4 is short game. So I'm going to send you the code. So you. Ariana, when you're ready, could you share your screen, please? Thank you. Just send you the code for the chat. Remember, in this game, you're going to be asked for the rules. So, for example, what suffixes we use to talk about a person who, right? When we talk about a person who do something, which suffix we use? So we have some option, s, men, est, or. So let's try with this game. Remember, if you make a mistake, it's okay, we're learning. And this game show you the correct answer if you make a mistake, right? Let me see, Ariana, welcome.
Mister,
Tell
you
me,
send me the link, please.
for sure, give me a moment, I'm going to send you booklet. Because I'm logging, so the link changed a little bit. So here you are. Mhm. I think we usually use prefixes and suffixes in a quotidian way. We don't know about that, but we know how the words work or what's the meaning, right? This is more like technical. Okay, Mr. Javier. Okay, you're ready. So let's start. So I'm going to skip the instructions. So the certain way refers to an adverb. So for adverbs, we add ly, right? For adverbs. The most superlative, because superlative are suffixes. At the end, we add something with superlative, Ariana. Superlative adjectives. EST, right? Okay. Good job. Quality. Remember, you can look at the images, at the chart. ITY. Okay. More than one. Plural. This is easy for plurals. Some. Tion. Ahora, shame. It's not easy. This Javier is on fire. Okay, so time is over. Thank you, Ariana. How was it? Too difficult? Ariana?
Yes, kind of, yes.
Yes, for you to, of course, because we need to memorize a lot of information. So I'm going to share my screen for a while. I'm going to show you the questions and the answers. So a person who does something, we use or, right? In a certain manner, this refers to adverbs ly. Most, this refers to superlative, est, for superlative adjective, right? More than one, plural, es. These are not mentioned in the book because it's kind of easy, right? Believes, ism, criticism, naturalism. Okay. Quality with meant. State of ness. Kindness, right? Hope. Okay. Happy, happiness. Sad, sadness. Okay. Capable of something. Able. To be able to do something, right? Action, sorry, what happened here? Action, for actions, remember, sion. Action, right? Okay. Quality, IT. Doing, for doing something. This is gero, ing. We didn't saw this in the charts, but ing in the verbs, when we talk about continuous tense, works a suffix, right? Nature, if, IPE. Okay, so now I would like to try with another game, okay? This is different. So I'm going to host the game and I'm going to send you the code. Give me a moment. This one. So host. This is a little bit different from the previous one, okay? So in this case, Mr. Javier, when you're ready, could you share your screen, please? What time is it? Okay, I think just 5 minutes is okay. Okay, I'm going to send you through the chat. Here you are the code.
Give me a moment.
No worries. Okay, welcome, welcome. Who's Mr. Javier? Okay. Mhm. And Ariana. So let's start it because it's the hacking one, so it takes like a minute while you choose your password. Okay, thank you for sharing your screen. So in this case, it is different. You're going to ask for the rule, but you have words as an options, right? And you need to choose the word that yes, achieve that rule. What is the meaning of full when we use full? Okay, rhymes. Good job. What is the suf? Okay. No, you're awesome. You're rock. So again, well done. Congratulations. Hmm. What a shame. Okay. Without. Do you remember about that? Sin. Que no tiene. Homeless, you're right, sin hogar. Hmm. Anyway, I think this is easier than the previous one. Being royal. Oh, yes. Hmm? Think about this. Happy, happiness. So, happy is an adjective, right? Happiness, what is happiness? Now. Okay, talkative is someone who speak a lot, who talk a lot. Javier, you're wrong. Remember, ER we use for who do that, who do something, right? Baker es como let's say, el que hornea, right? O el que prepara los pasteles. Mm. Okay, it's just like 40 seconds left. We almost finished this game. Time is over. What a shame. Okay, anyway, Mr. Javier, you did it pretty good. Ariana, awesome. So far, do you have any question? You did it awesome. You did it much better, right, than the last time. Okay, anyway, I would like to practice a little bit more before leave, right? Because it's not an easy topic. So I'm going to share my screen and let me see something. This is page 5. So now the idea is to add suffixes to these nouns to become adjectives. So four adjectives from these nouns and verbs by adding a suffix. So noun or verb to adjectives. Nature, natural. Adventure, what do you think? How or what is the adjective that we use for adventure? Okay, let's do this. Let's take 3 minutes to try to complete this chart. Okay? And then I'm going to send this chart to the chat, and then we're going to socialize before leave the meeting, okay? Before finish the class. So let's say 3 minutes to try to complete it, okay? As much as possible. Anyway, remember that in the platform there's some exercises to practice as well. There's the presentation, there's some exercises, there's the class. And in the next class on Monday, I'm going to explain you the next activity we're going to do for practice our oral skills, okay? It's called Pecha Kucha, but we're going to check it on Monday. Okay, it's time. Let's check it quickly. I have these answers just here. Let me see something. Let's compare your answers with these answers. Is here in the last page, page number 4. So, natural change to natural, adventure, adventurous, friend, friendly, memory, memorable, able, right? Let's try with the suffixes. Friendly. So I'm going to highlight it. Try to highlight it. So friendly. Okay, highlight. Adventurous. Okay. Natural. Okay, awesome. Memorable. Apple. Memory, memorable. Sorry. Memorable. Mystery, mysterious, right? My gosh, I hate this. So, mysterious. Notice we changed the Y for I. Risk, risky. Crowd, crowded. My gosh, I hate this. Okay, crowd, crowdy. Thrill, thrilling. Doubtful. Successful. Remarkable. Give me a moment. I'm trying to complete this. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I'm really trying. Remarkable. Able. Remarkable. Okay. And finally, accessible. Sorry. Let me see if I can go. No. I'm going to. Sorry. It was my mistake. It's not enough. The page is not enough big for show you the last word. So, could you answer some of these words? Mr. Javier and Ariana? Yes. And how was
Yes.
it? Correctly? Some mistakes?
I think I just did like a 6 that was correct, and the rest, no.
Okay, it was like the half, but it's okay. That's why we're practicing. Okay, next class we can practice a little bit more and then continue with a new topic, okay? Anyway, thank you so much for joining, for paying attention. It was a pleasure. It was a short week. So thank you. See you on Monday. Have a nice weekend and take care. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Bye.
Miss.
See you.
You.
Bye-bye.